Hello ukulele players and hello Seattle! Greetings from all the way here at Ukulele Road Trip Studios. I say hi Seattle because this is a tutorial for All I Want Is You, a song requested by David at Uke Society, which is a fine name for a society. And David asked for All I Want Is You to be able to share it with you guys in Seattle, and also it's shared with the whole internet, so hi internet. And hopefully you enjoy this tutorial. So All I Want Is You is a song that sounds a bit like this. I don't want a lot for Christmas. Oh no, it's not this one actually. No, it's a different one. It's the one by Barry Louis Polisar. And it sounds like this. If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is for you to be my sweet honeybee. And it's the version by Prettyman that we're going to have a look at. Prettyman is actually a woman, which is confusing because she's pretty, but she's a woman. And also, song. By the way, rest of the world, maybe you didn't know, but Seattle is the birthplace of both Starbucks and Jimi Hendrix. So a lot given to the world there, but make sure you order your coffee in an actual mug if you're sitting down to have it in a Starbucks. So in this tutorial, we're pretty much copying the version of Prettyman, who's a woman, and it starts with a riff. So this is also what we're going to start with in this tutorial, the riff at the beginning of the song. It's not that complicated to learn, it just takes quite a bit of time, because there's nothing undoable, but you need to break it down to be able to progress with it. So it sounds like this. And after that, the song starts. And it's a really little cool thing to learn. And if you're not familiar with fingerpicking or plucking, it's a great riff to start with, to have a look at. So I'll just play it once more, very slowly. Now the trick to learn how to play this is to divide it up into lots of little bits. So the tabs are in the song sheet that go with this lesson, and basically you take little bits of it and then repeat these little bits until you've got them, and then once you've got lots of little bits, you stick them together. So at first you'll practice, for example, you see there's a hammer on here of the fourth finger. And once you've got that, you practice the next little bit. Or even this bit alone. And then you put them together. And then this. Also you practice in a loop. So this is how to do it. And at the end it should sound like I first played it. Now onto the song. First time I'm starting with something else than the song, but here it is. And what we're going to do with the ukulele is very simple and very different to how probably ukulele players are used to accompanying songs, especially when you're learning the instrument. But what we're going to do is a great opportunity to do something slightly differently while still doing something really easy. So what we're just going to do is take our index finger, put it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth fret of the first string, which is actually an E. E. And we're going to just, with our index finger, pluck that E 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then twice the fret above, T, D, and then twice back to the E. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the same pattern, but with open and second fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then open 1, 2, 3, 4, and change second, third on the last string, second. So this is all written down, and then you have 4 lots of 8 plucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, so practice this for a while. I'll wait, Seattle. I'm not in a rush. Okay, well, now you've got it. What we want to do between each index pluck is pluck the G string here with your thumb. So instead of playing it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, we play 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The whole thing quite slowly. So it's index, thumb, and you should feel while you play, the musical beat is always on the index. Dunky dunk. So the heavier rhythm is on the index. It's really easy to switch and make the mistake of all of a sudden plucking first with the thumb rhythmically, but actually it's always index first, index on the beat. So and then you can sing 2, 3, 4. If I was a flower, wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green. So, of course, the way to do it is first to practice the rhythm and make sure you have a very solid rhythmical pattern. And then sing on top of it. And as you practice this, you should be able to sing in a more relaxed way. I mean, the original version by Louis Polisar, which is definitely not supposed to be pronounced with a French accent, but it's sort of a country, we go out hunting on weekends kind of song and accent. But the version by Prettyman, who's a woman, is actually really flowing and very soft. So the way that I would recommend you to try and play this after a while is to have the accompaniment like this, but actually to try and have a very soft voice and expression of the lyrics. It's a very beautiful love song. So how does it go again? All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. 2, 3, 4. If I were a wink, I'd be a nod. If you were a seed, I'll be the pod. So once you arrive on this one, you count, I know I'd be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start again, dun, dun, and it's always like this. So verse, you arrive on the top C here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and start again. If you were the wood, I'd be the fire. If you were the love, I'd be the desire. If you were a castle, I'd be the moat. And if you were an ocean, I'd learn to float. 2, 3, 4. Okay, well that's the song sorted. You see, it's very different. There's not much in it, but it's probably something very different for you to work on over there in Seattle, or wherever you may be right now. So there's something pretty cool if you're practicing this as a group, is to actually separate what everybody's doing to make a ukulele sort of ensemble or orchestra of sorts. So in the song you have certain elements happening. There's just the guitar and the drums. The drums are going like this. That's sort of the snare with the stick that's kind of soft. And also the kick, the kick and the rim hit are going like this. So we have two different parts here, rubbing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and also the drum, so the kick and snare. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on 1, you find you hit your ukulele in sort of the lowest, deepest percussive bit. So you have to look a bit on your ukulele for where's the low kick. It's here in the middle on mine, on my Cloud Music ukulele, and the highest pitch hit would be here, over here. You see, this is not great. This is better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So hit on 1 and hit here on 2 and 4. And then you put these together, and you have part of the group playing like this. And then the fourth part of the group will be playing the chords, which are C for 2 beats, F, C, C for 2 beats, G, C, C, and F, C, C, and G, C. So when you're playing these chords, make sure that you're not playing them in a tense or a rigid manner like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But rather see you're playing as more of a light harp landing on 1, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can stroke lightly the chords in a direction down or up. And then you can all put this together, divide people by groups. You can say each person born in a certain season does a different thing. So people born in spring, they do the rubbing. People born in summer, they do the hitting. People born in autumn, like me, they get to do the plucking. And then the people born in winter do the light sprinkling, which is fairly, makes sense for the winter people, a bit like snow. You sprinkle a few notes and the chords. And there you go. And then all the seasons come together to make the perfect year of a song. All I Want Is You. Now, I've recorded myself playing all these different parts so I can show you what this means. I'm using the app called Spire, which is super practical, and I'll just show you what I mean. So, first up we have the drums. And then the chords come in. That's very nice. So we've got drums, chords, rubbing, and now. And now we've got the autumn people doing the plucking. Now, of course, then some of the people have got to sing. I recommend it be the spring people because they haven't really got too much to do. So the people who are rubbing, you can also sing the lyrics. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Bam, ba, da, ba, da, ba, bam, ba, da, da. And once everybody's set and going and there's people singing, somebody, the advanced ukulele guy, can also play the riff that we had a look at the beginning. And then everyone can play together in a very light, soothing ukulele, yeah. Well, there you go, Seattle. That's your lot for Prettyman's All I Want Is You, originally by Mr. Polisar. And I want to extend a very, very big thank you also to my patrons who are making these ukuleles possible and help them exist. So big thank you to you guys. And of course, the document, probably if you're in Seattle, well, David's got it. And if you're not in Seattle, you can get it in the description of this video. Also, Seattle, if you're in a Starbucks and you've listened to all the Jimi Hendrix albums already, you can Google ukulele road trips and listen to some more original songs of a guy traveling. I don't have a single one about a sheriff, actually. Bye!